Mr. Chidambaram, let me give you another example from the center's perspective. And this is in the context of Tamil Nadu, your home state. The NEET exam. Tamil Nadu says, we don't want one common, you say one India, the BJP says there will be one common entrance exam, medical exam for the country. Tamil Nadu says we are moving in legislation, we will be out of the NEET system. So states also are rebelling in a way, virtually saying even for the manner in which a national exam is to be held, we will take the call, not the center.
What is this national exam you're talking about? Great doctors of Tamil Nadu, Dr. Rangachari, Dr. Gurusamy Mudaliar, Dr. Lakshmanaswamy Mudaliar, they were all admitted to these very colleges by the state government and they became world-famous, distinguished doctors. Why can't you trust a state government to admit competent, qualified students to state government colleges? In a central university, let the center's writ run. But I am the state government. I build colleges out of my funds. It is largely meant for the domiciles of my state. Why can't I select the skilled, qualified students and admit them? Are you saying all the doctors who made medical services in Tamil Nadu famous at least throughout the country, were all incompetent doctors and only the NEET-selected doctors will be competent? What kind of an argument is? It's an argument that should be stated to be rejected.
One of the other friction points, for example, is the alleged misuse of the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate. That the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate are swooping into states run by the opposition to target opposition politicians. ED raids jumped 27 times during 2014 to 22 compared to the previous 10 years. Do you believe that these enforcement agencies are also part of this growing center-state conflict? Because the center says, look, we are targeting those where we have found prima facie instances of corruption, of money laundering. Why do you accuse us of simply targeting opposition-ruled governments? That's the part of the ED and the CBI's remit.
Do you believe in any principles of statistics?
Do I believe in?
Any fundamental theories or theorems of statistics as a science?
Facts.
How is it that the accused, alleged accused, 95% of them belong to the opposition party? How do you explain that? If the law of averages, if the underlying principles of statistics will apply, I hope it applies in India, then there should be a certain proportion of the BJP ministers, BJP MPs, BJP MLAs, BJP party leaders who should also be raided, isn't it?
But the BJP turns around and says, please tell Mr. Chidambaram to go to the court. If Mr. Chidambaram believes that the ED is being misused, that there are cases which are not being investigated against BJP-ruled states, please go to the court and get an order.
Listen, we are not talking about involving the court. All I'm saying is, if the agencies are completely independent, not goaded by somebody, not nudged by somebody, why is the numbers so skewed against the opposition and so skewed in favor of the BJP? And then, worse, people against whom raids took place, notices were issued, you go through that washing machine, the giant washing machine, all of them become innocent. What happened to the notices? What happened to the raids? What happened to the searches? You want me to give names of people who were raided, notices issued by ED and CBI, inquired, and then all those cases have been buried? You know them as well as I do.
No, so are you suggesting, therefore, given what you're saying about enforcement agencies, CBI, who should step in? If you believe that this has resulted in a situation of a complete misuse, in this case I'm using the word misuse of central agencies to target opposition state-ruled governments, do you have a solution? Who should step in to ensure that every case which is followed follows due process? Should it be the courts? Who does it?
See, the courts interfere by exception. A court can't run the administration. Court can't run the agencies. That's not the business of a court. It's only when a case comes to the court can pronounce a judgment. You are giving executive powers to the courts to supervise investigations, to supervise the agency. It's not so. That is the duty of the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, and the Minister in charge of the agency. Now, those ministers bow down to the wishes of the Prime Minister and nudge agencies to go after the opposition leaders. It's a complete breakdown of the system. The only way it can be corrected is for the people to decide, this is not on. This will lead to disaster.
What is not on?
This kind of misuse of agencies at the instance of the political executive.
Many will say, many observers of politics will say that all of this is because, as I said, a fundamental mistrust between the government and the opposition, as evinced in your decision to boycott parliament. Here is a new parliament building coming up. The opposition says we will not attend a ceremony because the Prime Minister is not we don't accept the Prime Minister inaugurating it, the President has to inaugurate it.
No.
What's the message again?
Please don't mix up the non-participation in the inaugural function with the misuse of agencies. They are very two different things. All right, I'll give you an answer.
No, I'm just looking
I'll give
at
you an
the...
answer.
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
Has anyone got a copy of the Constitution? Read Article 79. What does Article 79 say? Parliament shall consist of the President and the two houses of Parliament, called Council of States and House of the People. We are focusing on the first 10, 12 words. Parliament shall consist of the President and the two houses of Parliament. Now, the two houses of Parliament are brick and mortar, of course, but they have about 750 members, including me. We all got an invitation. Inviting the 750 members is inviting the two houses of Parliament. Why was an invitation not sent to the President of India? I'm not talking about inaugurating. Why was an invitation not sent to the President of India when the Constitution says Parliament shall consist of the President and the two houses of Parliament?
The argument again there, and I'm sorry to do whataboutery here, is what happened when the Congress was in power. What happened when the Parliament Library, for example, was being inaugurated, or the Parliament Annex, Rajiv Gandhi and indeed Mrs. Gandhi at the time.
I expected the question.
Good, I'm glad.
I'm ready with an answer.
Oh, I'm glad.
Unfortunately, there's no Article 79 capital A, which says Parliament shall consist of the Parliament Library. Parliament shall consist of the Parliament Annex. I mean, these are additional buildings. We are talking about Parliament House. We are talking about the two houses of Parliament enshrined in the Constitution, along with the President. When you invite the members of the Lok Sabha, we invite the members of the Rajya Sabha, why did you forget to invite the President?